Can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can perfectly. This is so nice. Nikhil, you look fine now. I can see you from behind this pillar, and thankfully you look much fresher now. Looking good, Nikhil. You just needed a change.
I had a very long, tiring day. How you guys? Are we live or?
We are indeed live.
We are indeed live.
Yes, on time today. And Galaxy Warriors, before we start the match, yes, Happy Tamil New Year, Bihu, Baisakhi, Ambedkar Jayanti to everyone.
Galaxy Warriors wrote battle between Dokla.
And now one stereotypical joke for the day is out of its way. Yes. Neighbors, they are supposed to be neighbors. Even on the points table, they are neighbors if you look at it.
And in terms of their squad composition, strengths, weaknesses, also neighbors.
Oh my goodness. Indeed, very, very evenly matched. So if people are asking us today, what are our predictions? It's going to be a really tough test.
Absolutely. And whoever wins this goes, like Rajasthan are currently top of the table. But if Gujarat win this, they'll go top.
Correct.
Yes. So big
Varun
things riding.
Good morning from the USA. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
As usual, Nikhil is not here. I am occupying the seat. So Nikhil, please tell our family members, where are you?
I'm, as you can see the nice hills behind me?
Yes. And we're not at all jealous.
I'm enjoying some good fresh air. I needed some because of a long IPL. So I'm going to be joining you guys for 2 days from here. Wow. And hopefully Saturday and Sunday are the double header. So that's when I'll be in office. And I thought since, you guys had a nice party last evening, did you tell everyone about it? How much fun did you guys have celebrating the success of sports today and everyone who joins us every evening?
Siddhant spaced out.
It was fun, Nikhil bhai.
It was fun for Saransh and probably others, not so much for us.
Yeah, because we were filming good employees, rushing back to do a live and everything.
I'm not a bad employee.
Well, I couldn't go because of a family emergency, so there goes my jinx. When it came to IPL predictions, the jinx remained.
What emergency is more than not being with your other family, the Sports Today family? They're also family members.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. But then my mother-in-law, I had to take her from the hospital back home.
Yeah. When it comes to mother-in-laws, then of course.
Yes, bachelors, please note, mother-in-laws are always very
Well, we
important.
wouldn't know, Nikhil. We wouldn't know. So we gotta have to sort of heed to your advice probably in the future.
Why not me? I'm also
your advice also for that matter.
Yes.
Not to forget, both of you are married.
Not his advice, his practical experience. He's showing
For the practical experience, please look at Johnny Lever's song from that film Judai. It is the cornerstone of married women and married men in particular.
What all do you watch?
Yeah, honestly.
And also Johnny Lever's song in a film called Judai.
Yes.
There's some cognitive dissonance going on here.
Like I can't figure it out. Like, please tell our viewers, maybe they'll understand.
What's Shane having in the glass? I hope it's not cola because he keeps telling me he's on a diet.
It's coffee. No, it's coffee. It's
coffee without sugar.
Yeah.
Good. That's nice. Super.
Okay, before I can go to our neighbors clash today, GT and Rajasthan. In a political way also, both are pretty similar at this point in time. I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that. But yesterday's match, Mumbai Indians, can we now safely say that they have royally botched up and we are not going to see a repeat of 2014?
Us three last night actually ruled them out of the playoff contention.
Yeah, we called it. We are calling it that Mumbai Indians are not making it to the playoffs this time around.
Yes. So yes, folks. Again, but for a team that gives Odin Smith 4 wickets, man, after the bashing that he got at the hands of the Gujarat Titans, sorry boss.
Also, you are talking about 4 wickets. Whoever made him captain in fantasy
would have been raking it.
Would have won it all.
I know, my God.
Absolutely. Galaxy Warriors is pointing. There's a big clash between Man City and Atletico Madrid.
I did a video.
He did a full-on live.
I was live last night. This morning, I would say.
Technically.
3:30 and 4 in the morning. I did a.
By the way, fantastic video, Siddhanta. I couldn't see the games, but then I saw your video, and I'm totally impressed with what's happening. So great work on that.
Thank you. I had fun doing it. I did not realize that there will be so many people joining me at that hour. and I had so much fun taking their comments, discussing it all. A lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yes, so coming back to Gujarat versus RR, as you said, strengths are the same, weaknesses are the same, apart from other geographical and culinary factors. Nikhil, do you think you will find it very difficult to predict who will win the match today? I am honestly finding it very difficult.
Same.
Yeah, me too. Actually, had you asked me this question before the IPL started, I would have picked Rajasthan Royals. But now, with the way Gujarat have performed, I think now it's pretty even between the two teams. But if you really pin me down as to picking a winner, I may pick Rajasthan Royals, but again, marginally, just on the fact of how whatever little I've seen of the two teams. I know Gujarat started fantastically well, but then now they've had that loss, and Rajasthan as well started very well. But if you had to like really pin me down, I may give that slight edge to Rajasthan at the moment compared to Gujarat.
Yes, because again, for this question is for all three of you guys. I mean, if we have to look at Hardik Pandya, do you think he is going to change that template of batting that we are seeing today, or do you think that responsibility factor still is? Because same, after a particular number 5, they don't have batting if you have to look at it for the Gujarat Titans. The same is for Rajasthan Royals, isn't it?
Well, Tewatia would beg to differ from that statement, because 2 games he has won it for them, batting lower down the order, and those 2 victories were very important. It gave them 4 points. So I really don't think Hardik Pandya is going to change his game much, but I thought last game at least, because he was there for a long time, he was batting he was there in the power play, and then I think so. He should have gone on and tried scoring at a quicker pace. I thought when you have their batsmen low down the order, you have players like Tewatia, you have somebody like Avina Manor who did score 35 runs after being dropped twice or thrice. I still feel that Hardik Pandya should have tried scoring those runs quickly, because Rashid Khan was there. Of course, he got bowled in the first ball. But still, you have some decent batters lower down the order. Irrespective of that, Hardik Pandya should have at least tried going hard at the ball in those last 3-4 overs at least, which we did not see at all. I thought, and it was very surprising to see. It made a huge difference. I think so. If they would have had 15-20 more runs, they probably could have won that game also.
Yep,
absolutely.
Nikhil, I think I will direct this question to you now. Kamlesh Parmar is asking. 5 losses. Now no one is talking about Rohit's captaincy. Everybody is talking about MI's bowling. The same was with Virat. Do you agree with that? Now we should start talking about Rohit Sharma's MI captaincy and the pressure of captaining all 3 formats.
Good you're addressing this question, because I had a few people tag me on Twitter as well with exactly the same question. I'm going to see quickly who are the gentlemen. Yeah, there is a gentleman by the name of Nitul Garg. I don't know if he's watching, but he also tagged me with a similar question. Kamlesh Parmar is a regular watcher, so hi to him firstly. But after exchanging pleasantries, I'd have to disagree with him. I know what people are saying. See, again, this is a phenomena that we've seen in Indian cricket at the moment. This clear divide between Rohit Sharma fans and Virat Kohli fans. And what they're trying to point now is that there have been so many times that we've pointed at Virat Kohli's captaincy as being the weak link for when, let's say, India has not won at the international level, or when RCB have not won an IPL title. So every time they had a poor run, we all blame Virat's captaincy. So they're saying by that same yardstick, now start blaming Rohit Sharma's captaincy. But I disagree, because again, see, you want to compare, how many titles has Rohit Sharma won? 5, right? Most by any. So he become bad suddenly after one season. The problem again with Virat's captaincy, and he came in for a lot of criticism. It's not only IPL centric. He came in for some criticism in white ball captaincy for the Indian team as well. So don't forget that. So it wasn't just based on results, but it may have been because of some results. Now, it may have been because of certain calls or decisions he may have taken, whether they were tactical decisions, or whether they were decisions with regards to team selection or staying with the philosophy that the Indian team followed. We've praised Virat for the Test captain that he is, but Virat, the white ball captain, did come under scrutiny, and there was no personal issue with Virat Kohli. Not me personally, or no other analysts that I can think of who criticized him. So it was purely on the basis of what one saw on the cricket field. Now, so Virat had, multiple seasons of being captain of the RCB. You're saying Rohit Sharma is having a poor season. That's because of, look at the resources he has. Basil Thampi, Unadkat as being your two fast bowlers. I can't recall Virat having such a weak bowling lineup. He had some good bowlers with him. He had Siraj for some time. He had Umesh Yadav. He had Dale Steyn under his disposal. So he had many good bowlers. Yet the results weren't there for anyone to see. So they said with this kind of a batting lineup and a bowling lineup, most expected Virat the captain to do slightly better. Rohit Sharma the captain has already delivered 5 titles. Why he's not doing well is, as I said, because of resources. But that wasn't the case with Virat Kohli the captain. He did have resources at his disposal. Why is it that it happened that the same bowlers, when they played under different franchise, under different captains, did well? So there were certain issues with the captaincy. So that's why, we're not comparing it right by saying, because it happened with Virat Kohli, poor results. It wasn't just based on results, but it was based on decisions. It was based on performance by the kind of bowlers that he had, and not just purely one bad season, so you start criticizing the captain. Those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear what you guys
but before I get into that, let me tell all our family members that Yash Dayal has been handed his cap
by the Gujarat Titans.
Gujarat Titans, yes. So he will make his debut. Who will he replace? Abhinav Manohar?
Darshan Nalkande.
Darshan
Nalkande for sure, because
I'm really looking forward to Yash Dayal. I've heard so much about this young kid, UP left-arm bowler.
And did incredibly well.
In Vijay,
you can tell us a little bit more.
I'm going to tell you a little bit more. In Vijay Hazare Trophy, he took 14 wickets in 7 games.
Yep.
And by the way, Gujarat spent a lot of money on him, 3.2 crores at the auction.
Yeah.
So that I was actually surprised. We thought he's going to play much earlier in the tournament before Darshan Nalkande did. But somehow they gave Nalkande the chance before him, and because it really hasn't worked for them, now they have gone with somebody like a Yash Dayal, who could be the game changer.
Yes.
Because that 5th bowler for even Gujarat is a problem, much like how it's a problem for the Rajasthan Royals. Kuldeep Sen did decent, was decent in the last game.
From Rewa.
Let's see what Yash Dayal does.
Yes, and again, the Lion of Rewa is retaining his place today, man.
Absolutely, yeah. He
He
bowled that
can't-
last over also.
You can't be dropping him out after the kind of performance he put in the last game.
Also people were correcting you and I. Then I said that he is medium pace. You said that he bowls in 130s and all. But that guy bowls around 145 clicks.
Yeah.
So
we stand corrected in that regard.
We stand corrected, and it was good to watch him.
Yeah, really was.
Sort of make his debut bowling with that sheer pace. And the point is that he was given the responsibility of bowling that final over
And shouldered it very well.
And won the game.
3 dot balls, and indeed. But again, Yash Dayal, Kuldeep Sen, another one of those emerging bowlers that we will see, because in IPL 2022 we have seen primarily the batters. And particular some all-rounders doing well, the uncapped ones. Here the bowlers will steal the show.
Also nice thing is that he received his cap from another left-arm bowler in the form of Ashish Nehra.
Do his impression,
Nehra ji.
Nehra ji, yaar, come on.
चल यार यश यार आज विकेट लेके दिखाएंगे यार.
Indeed. So yes, but Shane, again, whatever predictions are there, we'll leave that for the end. But do you see Rajasthan Royals getting out of jail once again, because that 5th bowler slot, as usual, after Hetmeyer, it's a big problem.
It's not just the 5th bowler, okay. I think the major problem with Rajasthan, as we always said, is not just the 5th bowler, it's also the absolute lack of a lower middle order. And I am waiting for the day that top order, particularly you have, say, Butler, Hetmeyer and Samson, well, he's already started his decline. But if that top order does not fire, then that lower middle order and the bowlers are going to really struggle, because they're going to have to be bowling out of their skin to defend whatever meager target is put up. So, I don't know. It's quite possible, because I really do like the look of the Gujarat Titans. That today might just be the day, if that banana peel comes up once again. Then today might just be the day that their entire run.
Well, I also want to add one thing, that we have consistently been talking about the lack of a lower middle order for Rajasthan Royals. For the past 4 games, they have still won three 3 out of
Yeah.
them.
True.
It might there might be a time where it gets found out
Yes.
as we go through this tournament. But for that matter, Shimron Hetmyer has played really well for
He
them.
has. He
I
really
think
has.
we talk about Josh Butler doing really well at the top of the order. The fact that Hetmyer has done so well in that finisher sort of role
Yeah.
has really boosted, and that's why you realize that they paid so much money for him. And Delhi missed out. Delhi last season also, Hetmyer, if you guys recall, he won them 3 games if
Yeah.
I'm not wrong, batting at that number 5, number 6 position. So this season again, he's looking like all worth the money that they paid for him.
So
Okay, more
Rajasthan
than the
Royals
match.
have won the toss and chosen to
Field.
Of course.
24th.
Yes,
24 out of 24.
Now, family members are more concerned, more than the match, they are concerned about Nikhil. So, I will answer that and let Nikhil answer about what is it. Nikhil, out of 100 questions are just out of 99 are for you. So, you answer them.
Come on, Nikhil, please answer.
I'll answer both. No, I'll answer those. I can see those questions. Shubham Dangi is saying, what has happened to your face? Nothing has happened. It's actually just an allergy that I've got. It's a bacterial infection. So I'm applying some sort of cream for it. Hopefully it should be better soon. Love Rami is asking, where are you, sir? The background is very beautiful. I'm in the hills. I have a house here, so I sometimes make a trip to the hills just to get some fresh air away from the pollution of Delhi. So IPL has been very long, so I've come here. Love Rami for that. Kushagra Bisht is asking, sir, have you reached Uttarakhand? Yes, I have. So Uttarakhand is my sasural also, just to let you know. So I have reached Uttarakhand. I'll be here for 2 days and I'll be back very soon. Virendra Singh Rathore actually is pointing out to the discussion that we were having about Rohit Sharma. He says, and he concurs with us, he says, I don't think Rohit needs to take back from captaincy, because Mumbai Indian problem is not captaincy, it's their strength and their combination. That's exactly, Virendra, what we were trying to point out to our rest of our viewers. There is Dean Simon saying, where is Mr. Naz? I hope is he isolating? Hope all is well. No, I'm not isolating. I am corona free at the moment. I was isolating with corona when the third wave was at its peak. Not at the moment. I've just taken a 2-day break. But I can't stay away from you guys. So wherever I am, I've joined in with my colleagues here as well as you guys. So yeah, those are just. There are lots of other questions. I think I've answered all of that. I think you'll have to.
By the way, we have
breaking
some
news.
very interesting breaking news.
Trent Bolt is out for this
A
match.
wild Jimmy Neesham has been spotted
James Neesham is in.
for Trent Bolt. Good lord.
Yes.
Due to small niggle.
Small
injured?
niggle.
Yeah,
Yes,
Bolt
yes.
is injured. Yes.
Yeah.
So Riyan Parag
You
still
know what
keeps
that does?
That shows up their
That
batting.
changes the equation. That
Yes.
changes
Yes,
the equation.
yes, absolutely.
Rajasthan is the slight favourites. Now I'm going with Gujarat. Just
Absolutely.
with one change.
I think Bolt is a big loss.
huge.
It is.
We saw that in the last game against the Lucknow Super Giants. That first
In-swinger.
over he bowled 2 wickets. That sort of changed the face of the game right at the beginning of Lucknow's innings. I don't think Neesham makes up or is anywhere close to the kind of
Not with the ball.
Not with the ball
Not
for
with the
sure.
ball.
With the kind of bowling prowess that you get with somebody
Just
like a
the
Trent
sense
Bolt.
of humour quotient of the team will go up. That's all.
Yeah, but their batting also suddenly looks much deeper though.
Yep.
Did you realize that?
Yep. It does. It
Their
does.
batting looks much deeper, but their bowling looks much thinner also.
It
Yes.
does. It does. Neesham as a bowler has been topped
It's
in the
flipped
IPL.
the equation.
Yeah.
It's flipped. So let us look at the team from Rajasthan first. Butler, Padikkal, Samson as usual. 5th match that he's going to play. The slope is coming.
Is it coming? Indeed.
Rasi Vanderdosen, RRvGT. Yes, he's going to do well. Shimron Hetmyer, James Neesham will definitely not come after Ravichandran Ashwin and Riyan Parag. He'll come before. So Ashwin, Parag, Kuldeep Sen, Prasidh Krishna, Yajuvendra Chahal. Yajuvendra Chahal will also come up the order. As I said, batting looks thinner, looks deeper, but the bowling looks
much
thinner.
thinner. Much
Yes,
thinner.
but again, Riyan Parag, that guy must be like,
I mean, it's BU. Let's not pick on the guy.
of course, happy BU by the way, Riyan Parag. Thank you so much.
No, but we never know. Maybe Riyan Parag comes good one of these days. And
Hope. And
hope.
James Neesham.
That's what Rajasthan fans are hoping. And
For
today,
sure.
today they might need that bowling option also, because I don't know how they'll make up for Trent Bolt's
4
loss.
overs of Trent Bolt.
So,
Yes.
so the point is, your two informed bowlers are Yuzvendra Chahal and Trent Bolt,
And one
right?
is just gone.
And now one is gone. So Chahal,
Big
a lot
loss.
will depend on Chahal, and Prasidh Krishna also
True.
will have to stand up to the challenge against the Gujarat Titans batsmen.
And lest we forget, guys, remember when RCB were missing Harshal,
Yeah.
their bowling unit looked a lot weaker. Bowling
Yeah, because
as just a bigger miss. for
we
me.
say it, Nikhil has said it many times that Rajasthan have two world-class bowlers among their lineup. It's Yuzvendra Chahal and Trent Bolt.
And now
one is gone, and you have tried to get in Jimmy Neesham for him. That doesn't really make up for it, and I really don't see how that bowling lineup can contain the Gujarat Titans batsmen.
So guys, if you have picked your squad on the Gamezy app, you better change it now. because
I'm
Trent-
doing it. I had picked Trent Bolt earlier, so
Yep.
gotta
And
do it.
We are talking about similarities, geographical and culinary for both Rajasthan and Gujarat. Even in the Gujarat Titans guy, there is a guy who we continuously diss. If it was Riyan Parag for Rajasthan, there is Vijay Shankar for Gujarat
Oh
Titans.
good God, he's back.
Yes, Vijay Shankar is back.
Ay, yaar.
No,
I really don't know who to pick now. I still don't know who to pick.
Yep, and we have
so they've gotten Vijay Shankar and then they have dropped Sai Sudarshan. Why is that?
Why?
Nikhil. I can't make sense of this. B. Sai Sudarshan, who was very consistent for Gujarat Titans, is
we-
gone, and Vijay Shankar
Can we
is
check if
back.
he's injured?
Sudarshan has only played 2 games, scored 33 in the first game, scored 11 in the second game, but that 11 also he looked in good touch. So it's rather unfortunate to see him go out, and Vijay Shankar, who I'm never really sure about.
Nikhil, what do you make of this? Vijay Shankar.
I don't know. Was it? I could be wrong. With Sai Sudarshan was strike rate? Was he at about 110 strike rate or something?
Yes,
If I'm not
in the first game. Yeah, the
Yes,
first game that he
yeah.
played.
So-
Well, considering Vijay Shankar
Correct.
scores 0
So-
runs.
So maybe they think that could be an issue. Maybe because see again, the one criticism that was coming Gujarat's way, the last game, the SRH game, that they got runs below par, and I'm guessing that now they have kind of agreed on Hardik Pandya playing that role of an anchor. So Hardik will continue doing that. Then maybe because if he wants to play the role of an anchor or that responsible innings of a captain, maybe he needs batsmen who could probably get you runs at a much higher strike rate. And I agree with you that Sudarshan did nothing wrong to have been dropped, but maybe that they after that loss they're trying to change some sort of tactics. The other thing is I wonder whether Vijay Shankar's bowling is going to come into play, because we discussed that Gujarat's option of the fifth bowler has been that weak area for them.
He'll
I
get
mean,
smashed.
If Vijay Shankar is your option to score runs, A, score runs at a quick strike rate, B, and bowl, C, then you're asking the wrong questions, boss. I'm sorry.
Nikhil,
But
if you look at Vijay Shankar, his strike rate is even worse than Sai
Exactly,
Sudarshan for that matter.
exactly.
One game he scored 4
No, but-
runs,
but
4
can
runs
I-
of
can
6
I-
balls. Then second game he scored 13 runs of 20 balls.
No, I agree with you, but I'm just saying, going by whatever we've seen of Vijay Shankar, and you know how much we've criticized him here, but I don't think he's a guy who cannot get you runs at a much higher strike rate. That's I don't think the problem.
I
with him.
think right
The
now.
problem-
Yeah, go on,
the
go on.
problem with him had been consistency, and I think the elevation into the Indian team at a time that he was given where there were better options available. I think that was the problem with him. Again, as I said, the fifth bowling option, maybe they're looking at 2 or 3 overs. Tewatia clearly is not someone that they're relying on. So maybe that is then the option that they want to look at and have a fast bowling all-rounder as an option. He's bowled at the international level as well. I'm not saying he's the gold standard in anything, but when you're trying to just fill in those gaps, maybe they think it's a better option. It may not turn out to be that way, for all you know, and it didn't turn out to be that way when they gave him those many chances. But I guess somebody in the think tank does think that it's better to go back to him, unless there's another niggle here. I don't know whether that's enough.
Okay, so just to look at the stats, by the way, Vijay Shankar's career strike rate is 123. So
Yeah, but
No, but you have to say in terms
How
of the
many T20
reputation, in terms of what he
where
has
are you
done
looking
before.
at?
the T20 website,
120
IPL
where?
T20, IPL T20.
That's what I'm saying. So in IPL T20, you're just looking at a strike rate of Vijay Shankar. At what number was he batting? At what time was he doing? How many games in all?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we have to look at, obviously, I think then if we're looking at his the one season where he did really well strike rate wise would have been 2018. He played 13 games and was scoring at a strike rate of 143. So he does have it in him.
Number
if we're being
4.
fair.
He was batting at
And he
4,
batting
if I'm not mistaken.
at 4, oh dear God.
Yeah, but interesting. Vijay Shankar's career strike rate of 123 is the same that Hardik Pandya has in this edition of the IPL. 123 is the strike rate. But yeah, if you said let go of Riyan Parag versus Bihu, you should also not criticize Vijay Shankar. It is Tamil New Year today. So
That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
Can't
I
take it
agree.
away
So
from
then,
him.
by
Also-
that standard, you can't criticize anybody. There is Baisakhi also today. So like,
Exactly,
the entire country-
we are not criticizing anybody today for Vijay
There's
Shankar.
Ambedkar Jayanti, there's Mahavir Jayanti, I think, whatever. So there is.
Nikhil, you better check out our new reel wherein I have given in multi languages Happy New Year for Tamil and also for other festivals.
telling him कि अभी देखिए.
Yes. So for Vijay Shankar, Tamil Puttandanal Varthugal Vijay, enjoy your day today. That means I said Tamil New Year to him.
I'm just waiting for the memes, man.
Yeah.
By the way, what I'm finding, one very interesting thing, this is the first time that Sanju Samson's won the toss, huh?
Wow.
Oh yeah,
First
actually.
is-
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
And before this, they won 3 matches batting first, but again, he's got
He
back to
followed the
chasing.
trend.
He'll win the match.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. But again, okay, so again, go up a bit. I just want to see the Gujarat side. Yeah. Matthew Wade, again,
They've persisted
holding
with
on to
him.
his place because Rahmanullah Gurbaz is also waiting down.
He's knocking at the door.
Yeah, Shubman Gill, Vijay Shankar.
I read a column or a comment by Siddhant's favorite Sanjay Manjrekar, where he said, give Wade one more chance, at least one more chance, and then if he doesn't perform, then maybe.
Well, I think this is his last opportunity because 4 games we have seen so far, he hasn't really done anything at all, except that first game where he had that little partnership at the beginning. But there also he scored like sort of run a ball 28, 29 runs, whatever it was. So I really think if this game he doesn't fire, he'll go out.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think Redacted Shetty, he's agreeing with you, Siddhant, that the spinners have to do their magic for RR today, considering that the fast bowling contingent is weakened by Bolt's injury.
And can I tell you one very interesting thing? I was listening to Rahul Tewatia in an interview ahead of the game, and he made a very interesting point because you were talking about spinners coming into play in this IPL going forward. What Rahul Tewatia said, that he said, in batting I know what my role is, that of a finisher. I'm trying to do that. But what he pointed out, he said, I know that I'm not being used as a bowler much at the moment. But I know as the tournament progresses, as the pitches slow down, spinners will come into play, and I know I will have a major role to play as a bowler. So it's going to be a tournament of 2 halves, and that's when Tewatia, the all-rounder, may come into play. So that's something that he mentioned. And don't forget, guys, he's up against his former team today.
Of
Oh,
course,
yes, of course.
And it will be once again the clash of the best leg spinners currently in the world right now. Rashid Khan and Yajuvendra Chahal. That will be a very interesting subplot, and it might determine the course of the game. Who wins?
It
Because
absolutely
today the onus is on Chahal because Ashwin has not stepped up to the plate yet. Bolt's absence, massive loss. Prasidh has struggled. So Kuldeep Sen is inexperienced. So Chahal holds the key. But
Chahal holds the key and he's been in great form. 3 wickets in the first game, 2 wickets in the second and third game, and then 4 wickets in the last game.
Yeah.
So has been picking wickets at you would have to say has been one of the best bowlers in the IPL so far.
Yep.
And if he goes for runs today, I don't know what will happen to Rajasthan Royals because that Bolt hole is also too big to fill.
I know.
And
It is,
Jimmy
it
Neesham is definitely
Anisek
not
Chaudhary.
doing it.
Now this will be a point of debate for all 4 of us.
Oh.
Do you think that the bowling attack becomes weaker of RR than Gujarat? I'll put my first analysis in this. In the previous game, Lockie struggled. Lockie struggled against Punjab Kings. So that is why even he's coming into this game on the back of some low on confidence. Mohammad Shami, of course, not athletic on the field, but a superb bowler. Even if I have to look at, Tewatia has not been used much. Hardik Pandya, he's delivered, he's bowling at pace, but the wickets column seems a little barren. Yash Dayal, inexperienced. I think if I have to answer Anisek Chaudhary's question, I think both are now on par. If Trent Bolt was there for Rajasthan Royals, Rajasthan would have had the edge.
Disagree. I say Gujarat is still much stronger because Lockie's had 1 bad game. Before that, outstanding. So
I think Lockie, you can't count him out. He had
Exactly.
one bad game in the IPL final last season also.
Yeah.
But he played a huge role in them
yeah,
getting to
reaching
the finals
in the first place.
So I think
Rashid,
Gujarat bowling is
Lockie,
much stronger. Yes.
Rashid, Lockie, Shami. Those 3, that's your 12 overs pretty much taken care of if all are firing. With Rajasthan, at best right now you're looking
Four.
at
Four.
Yeah, because also correct. Yeah.
See,
Just
in
that's
terms
it.
of quality, if you look at in terms
Just
of
use
top-notch quality,
Just use
there's
it.
Rashid Khan, Lockie Ferguson, Mohammad Shami in Gujarat Titans. In Rajasthan Royals side, there's
Just
just
use it.
Yuzvendra Chahal. And well, Prasidh Krishna and maybe Ravichandran Ashwin could prove us wrong. But if you look at the kind of pedigree these players hold from
Gujarat's
their
still
performances
much
in the
stronger,
past,
much stronger.
Gujarat's bowling is definitely much stronger in this game.
And also you have to forget Hardik has not been like he's been expensive in maybe 1-2 overs. But
Towards
1-2
the end,
very
that's
good
first,
overs he's had.
he'll take the new ball again. He'll bowl
Yeah,
that
exactly.
second
He will.
over.
He will.
Along with Shami.
So their bowling
taking
is
the first.
comfortably much stronger.
Nikhil, what about you? Gujarat or Rajasthan bowling attack?
Oh, that's. I'd go with Gujarat because I've been saying this consistently that Gujarat I think Rajasthan has two world-class bowlers in Bolt and UZ Chahal. One of them is out, so currently I'd say Gujarat's bowling. I'd give them the edge also, considering that Hardik is really come into his own. So I'm giving them the edge. I'm also going to take a few questions. Devansh is saying. He may have joined us later, asking me why I'm not in the studio because I've taken a break. That's why, Devansh, I'm not in the studio. Helena says, the real face of Mr. Nas without the luxury of makeup in the studio.
He never puts
We
makeup.
don't use makeup.
We have never used it.
Just
That's
kidding. Yeah,
quite
so I just wanted to
mean.
point out. Yeah, I was just going to point out that we do not use makeup at all, whether in the studio or not. What I have here is a bacterial infection. Anyway, we don't. Sanju, so there's a gentleman, he's got his name written in some South Indian text, so I can't read it. But he says, Sanju Masterclass is loading. Yes,
And-
you heard it first. Black shirt, watch out. I don't know whether he's referring to Shane or me.
Shane.
Most likely me because technically I'm in dark blue but on the camera it looks black. Yeah.
So were you dissing Sanju or something like that? That's why.
We all were in all fairness. So
So that's why you're getting it. So
But
he's saying that it's.
he
the
said,
masterclass
I
is
mean, I'm sorry, he said loading. I mean, loading incoming, we all know what a jinx that is. So, okay. Sanju Samson, Golden Duck.
Harshita Jhala is saying why Trent is not playing. It's a small niggle.
Small niggle.
We don't know what is the exact nature of the injury, but he's out of this game. Big blow for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Lalit Ashtraputre is saying, sir, will the teams winning almost equal points affect CSK at the end? Well, they just got off the mark in the game against RCB.
CSK are affecting themselves without anyone's help.
Exactly. But it is going to be a very close battle if I want to look at the last 14 editions of the IPL. Number 3 and number 4 positions are always the most
tight.
closely
Yeah,
fought.
correct.
So let's see what happens. Still a
Why-
bit early.
Why haven't you taken the best comment on the chat? That comes from Bapaditya. He's saying Riyan Parag, the MVP.
MVP. Oops. No, I think the best Nikhil, the comment is Varun Parvat is saying Raidu must be having his 3D glasses today. That is the best of the lot.
That is good. That is very good.
How interesting it would have been had this change been made in the
Against the
game
CSK. Yeah.
I hope that happens. Vijay Shankar and Ambati Raidu, CSK versus Gujarat Titans. coming up.
I'm guessing it's been a long time now. They must have buried the hatchet. And also, I don't think Raidu would have had anything personal with Vijay Shankar.
No, I think he was more mad with MSK.
MSK Prasad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So yes, guys, Shane, you take the maximum time of doing Gamezy. Have you done it?
I did it. Don't
Okay,
worry.
for guys, download the Gamezy app from the descriptor in our YouTube channel. You stand to win 5 crores every day, and you can even change your team in 5 over slots as well as in the second innings.
निखिल भाई ने बता ली कि गेम से पूछो.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he would have.
he did. Nikhil, have you done?
Yes, I am. I am making the Gamezy. I was watching the YouTube so for comments, but on the side I had the app open, the Gamezy app as well. I'm making my team. Trent Bolt I've removed.
Yeah.
So there was a question by Vikash Kumar. He may have joined late, but he still wants you to give him a bit of a lowdown on Yash Dayal. So any one of you, either Siri or Siri 1, Siri 2, anyone can just take that.
Siri 1.
Okay, so I'll just tell you that Yash Dayal is a left-arm medium pacer, medium faster, I should say, from Uttar Pradesh. This guy took 14 wickets in the Vijay Hazare Trophy in 7 games. So he's been on the radar of a lot of teams. Gujarat Titans bought him for 3.2 crores. for somebody who's an uncapped player, they surely shelled out quite
lot
a
of
few
money,
bucks for
yeah.
him. So definitely, you can see, actually, Gujarat Titans were one of those teams who went in for a lot of players like that.
Yes.
Even our Sai Kishore is waiting in the wings.
I know.
He also fetched a decent amount of price,
Correct.
never played a single IPL game.
Yep.
Did not play a single game with the 3 seasons with CSK.
CSK.
Hasn't played a single game till now. But now Yash Dayal has gotten a chance. We thought he might get the chance before Darshan Nalkande did.
They shocked
but
us,
finally, Nalkande hasn't really performed up to his potential. And his economy, by the way, in T20 cricket, Yash Dayal is, I think, just a little tad over 7.
But he
So-
bowled mostly in the death overs.
Yeah, so I'm
Inside
saying, I
Mushtaq.
think he's been very impressive. Somebody who has taken, who's averaging about 2 wickets every game.
Yes.
In an ODI also, for that matter, is really good.
And
And let's see what he does there.
And if he has an economy of 7 whilst bowling at the death,
Yeah.
yikes!
It's very good.
No, his economy for that basically not one day but 50 over cricket is actually less than 5.
Wow.
So
Yes.
he's been doing a really good job for
Domestically.
Uttar Pradesh.
And fun fact, what Series 1 missed, I will say about Yash Dayal, he has a very special connection with Amitabh Bachchan, Yash Dayal. Why? Both hail from Allahabad, Chora Ganga Kinare Wala.
Prayagraj.
So yes, Prayagraj, sorry. But he's Chora Ganga Kinare Wala. So like Amitabh Bachchan hails from the same place. That's the connection that Yash Dayal has. Now, the MVP of IPL this year is DK, Galaxy Warrior, saying, oh yes.
Very good
DK,
shout.
Very
good shout.
much.
Could be. Also, I want to highlight one point about this Gujarat and Rajasthan game is that we talked about Gujarat's bowling being much better than Rajasthan's bowling, right? But at the same time, look at the batting there.
Their batting, I think, would be
Their
equal.
batting, I think so. It's sort of like evens it out.
Even Stevens, yeah, for both of them.
But Shubman Gill is gonna hold the key for Gujarat
I
Titans.
agree.
He looked in great touch in the last game also. You remember he smashed that ball.
Yeah.
Literally smashed that ball, and Rahul Tripathi took a sensational catch.
Yes.
Nikhil, this question is, I mean, I've been just gauging the mood in social media. They all say Gujarat Titans are very overly reliant on Shubman Gill. If he fails, the rest of the batting will struggle. Do you agree with that statement?
That is true, actually. I mean, the evidence of whatever we've seen in this IPL, and maybe that explains why. I think Matthew Wade not firing, that's
Also
been
is a problem,
big
yeah.
for the team. Had he been, in good form, this issue wouldn't have been there. Then Hardik playing the kind of role that he is, maybe he's not assured of, the rest of the batting. Actually, this is something that we pointed out at the end of the auction as well, that Gujarat's issue was that they didn't have enough batting liners, especially in the lower middle order, and who are going to fill those spots. The other one that they haven't really used, and I've spoken about him earlier, is Ridhiman Saha. He's not, don't look at him as a wicket keeper alone, but even as a batsman, wouldn't be a bad bet. Then again, an Indian player, so, it doesn't throw your balance off when you're looking at overseas players. So, I don't know, that is something that they'd have to look at, maybe. But then again, they started off well, have won their game. If they think that they just, play percentage cricket, I think that's what they've been doing with their batting. If they keep playing percentage cricket and they can win the game on the back of some good bowling performances, then maybe that is why they'll have to go with that. But something that they can't do anything about. These things were to be sorted out in the auction. I had Ashish Nehra join me right after the auction, and he was pretty buoyant, and he said no. I asked him this, that clearly looks like that, your batting, especially the middle order, may look weak, and he said no, I don't think so. We have a few plans in mind, and maybe this was then their plan, that they don't necessarily have to go bang bang and then have 8 or 9 batsmen as few other teams like Punjab tend to do or KKR tend to do. Maybe they have a different strategy in mind, and it's for the moment working for them, so one can't complain. We'll have to see how the season then goes ahead for them.
Indeed.
There was one question which I wanted to answer by Galaxy Warrior about Michael Stark. He wanted to know. Yeah,
Mitchell
why is Stark not
Mitchell
playing?
Stark, yeah.
Mitchell Stark, he wanted to know why is he not playing. So I think this IPL, if I'm not mistaken, he said that he didn't want to spend more time in the bubble because he's been in the bubble for a very long time. He said he was on the verge of agreeing to join this IPL season to be part of the auction, but at the 11th hour pulled out because he spoke with his family and they decided he didn't want to be in the bubble. Also, if you go back, he's been injured on occasion, and also he's put international cricket as his priority, especially important series coming. So he said that in the past. If I recall correctly, he's only played 2 seasons, 14 and 15, both for RCB.
RCB.
And that actually leads me into that. The first question that we spoke about, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. Why are you not blaming the captaincy? Because again, I'm talking in terms of the resources you have. Again, one of the great bowlers who played under Virat Kohli in 14-15 was Mitchell Starc, and I think he got combined more than 30 wickets.
30 wickets, yes.
Over the 2 seasons. So it's pretty good. So yeah, that answers your question.
Yash Vilankar is asking, if Dinesh Karthik plays with that kind of form, does he hold a chance for WC T20? And on same front, Rishabh's strike rate is issue. We can't have Rishabh with such strike following Rohit, Rahul and Virat.
See, I will defend Rishabh here because, Delhi's middle order batting is really weak. So he has been taking on more responsibility and playing at 4. So I don't think you should judge IPL strike rates on the basis of, with the basis for Indian cricket, because they'd be playing very different roles. That is another very unfair criticism I feel. Dinesh Karthik, if he keeps playing like this, definitely is making the squad. For me at least. I mean, he should be there.
The man has gotten out just once this IPL.
And that too, by the way, if it was 1 inch ahead, he was not getting out. He was not getting
Jadeja
out.
took a great
My
catch.
question to Nikhil bhai as well. If Dinesh Karthik and Umesh Yadav in contention for the Indian cricket team.
Umesh, if he keeps bowling consistently,
By the way,
might be an outside chance.
Umesh last game went for a few runs. He gave away 48 runs in his 4 overs and took a solitary wicket.
Why did your team, Shane, KKR didn't go for Dinesh Karthik? Why?
Well, because I think there was a lot of, look, I don't know personally.
They had him.
They did have him, but I think maybe they also felt that, when he was initially taken, he was envisioned as some sort of a captain. He didn't really, live up to the billing. There were a lot of problems. So maybe they felt, okay, fresh start. You bring in someone like Shreyas and build the team around a new captain. I mean, the last time they built around a captain who was like someone who was either entering or in his peak was the Gambhir. So, and that brought them 2 titles. So maybe they felt that was a strategy worth pursuing. That would be my thing.
Manthan Shah, what about Ravi Bishnoi and Washington Sundar? Do they have a chance to make it into T20 World Cup squad? Bishnoi will, but again, let us wait for the IPL to end. Because again, let me tell all our family members that IPL is just a guiding post. It's not the yardstick, be all, end all of it.
True.
You have to perform in international cricket also, because you will get caught out in international cricket more than the IPL. Because see, Varun Chakravarti, mystery spinner in the IPL, but he got picked out in the World T20. He didn't perform up to the standards. Ravi Bishnoi, everybody's saying he just has the googly, he bowls only at pace. So we have to wait and watch.
But how many leg spinners are you going to look at? Because there are quite a few of them who are playing well. And let's not forget, you have got a Chinaman who's also playing so well.
Kulcha would have to be,
Kulcha will definitely be in contention for that spot in the World Cup team. I think so. Kuldeep will be in contention, but I'm saying Chahal for sure takes that spot because he's bowled really well till now.
Really
I don't see anybody else taking that place as your frontline leg spinner. Rahul Chahar also has had a good season till now. Yesterday, Devil Brevis hit him for 4 sixes in a row. But after that, if I'm not wrong, he gave away only 11 runs in the next 3 overs. So he got back. He got his team back into the game with that performance. Sometimes it's not just about picking wickets, but when you have gone for so many runs, how you make a comeback, that also shows your character, and that's what Rahul Chahar did last night. So I think there are a lot of leg spinners who are in contention, including Ravi Bishnoi.
Rashi Agarwal, really enjoy analysis. I watch it daily. It will be a brilliant game. Thank you so much, Rashi, for the compliments. We aim to please. Naveen Velusamy is asking, Deepak Chahar is ruled out. Will CSK replace him? Well, depends.
We've actually done a video on that.
We have done that. Please watch it. Yes, who will replace? I have given you some practical names, some legendary names. So please have a look at that. And guys, now the most difficult segment, which I always have been struggling, but I'm on a roll now with predictions, except for the score. Team winning.
He's predicted 3 out of 20 and is on a roll.
I'm 6 out of 17. 6-17. That's my score. I predicted. Parminder Singh has not joined us, but Parminder, I took your advice yesterday. I supported Punjab.
Do you have proof that you supported Punjab Kings?
I did.
We don't have proof.
But
Parminder, I agree. We don't have any proof.
That doesn't count.
So Parminder asked me, and I was about to regret it when Devol Brevis was going mad. But luckily, the faith was there. So guys, prediction. Shane, Rajasthan Royals.
You should ask yourself first.
First you.
Okay, so Rajasthan Royals score. I mean, look, where is this match taking place? Can someone just...
DY Patil.
DY Patil. So
that has-
okay. Anyway, Gujarat Titans are batting.
No, but DY Patil has been
A very two-faced this
yeah,
thing.
you never know.
Gujarat Titans. What's the score?
I say Gujarat will get 180 because I'm not really a fan. Nisham is opening the bowling, Christ. Okay, no, 180 it is.
I will go with 175. Considering that Chahal and Ashwin might bottle up the middle overs.
Chahal and Ashwin. Gujarat. I think so. They're going to score 195.
Wow.
Okay. And who are you going to backing to win?
I would say
Devin will
Gujarat
be in the
wins.
middle
No, I
there.
say Gujarat. No, we
No,
do.
you have to tell now.
Gujarat. I back
Gujarat.
Gujarat.
Oh God. I think I'll go with Rajasthan. I'll go with
Okay.
Rajasthan because they have much better depth in the batting.
With the odds placed always in our favor when you take Rajasthan's name, I would say Gujarat.
I'm not Mumbai Indians who will potentially lose 14 out of 14. That's not happened and it will not happen. So guys,
Mumbai
join
are going
us.
to win 1 or 2 also.
Yeah, so join us for the
First ball boundary.
first ball boundary by James Neesham.
He was
That's-
bowling a dolly on the leg side. What did he expect would happen?
Yeah, so join us for the mid innings. Shane, me, and Siri 1, Siddhant will be there. Nikhil will join
Technically,
us.
you're Siri one. We are like backup series here.
Yeah, so Nikhil will join us from the hills, and let's hope this match serves up to be a thriller, right?
Absolutely.
I really hope so because 2 teams and whoever wins this goes top of the table, guys.
Ooh.
Rajasthan are top of the table right now before you correct me.
Yes.
I know, but they'll be the first team, whoever wins, to reach 8 points in the IPL this
Yep.
season.
Prasad Bhagat also has chipped in with our prediction 187. Well,
Ah.
Nikhil got
Wow.
162 bang on. Maybe this will.
Maybe this might just do it. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you guys in the mid innings
Mid
break.
innings.
So